द इंडियन सोसाइटी ऑफ हीटिंग, रेफ्रिजरेटिंग एंड एयर कंडीशनिंग इंजीनियर्स इसरे ने इन्फोर्मा मार्केट्स इन इंडिया के साथ साझेदारी में आज मुंबई के बॉम्बे एग्जीबिशन सेंटर में एक्रेक्स इंडिया के 22वें संस्करण की शुरुआत की। HVS सेक्टर के लिए आधुनिक स्थायित्व एवं नेट जीरो की दिशा में इंजीनियरिंग के दोहरे उद्देश्य के साथ यह 3 दिवसीय प्रदर्शनी भारत के उच्च क्षमता वाले HVAC उद्योग की क्षमता पर रोशनी डालेगी। इस साल प्रदर्शनी में 35,000 से अधिक आगंतुक और 450 से अधिक प्रदर्शक हिस्सा ले रहे हैं। HVAC उद्योग के लिए इस अग्रणी कारोबार में मेले का भव्य उद्घाटन कई गणमान्य दिग्गजों की मौजूदगी में हुआ। इनमें श्री SS चंद्रशेखर, नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट इसरे, श्री अमिताभ सूर, तत्काल पूर्व अध्यक्ष, इशारे चेयर, एक्रेक्स नेशनल स्टीयरिंग कमेटी, श्री योगेश ठक्कर, नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट इशारे, श्री अकबर भारमाल, चेयरमैन इशारे और श्री योगेश मुद्रास, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, इन्फोर्मा मार्केट्स इन इंडिया शामिल थे। प्रदर्शनी को उद्योग जगत के संगठनों जैसे एक्रेक्स इंडिया को प्रमुख संगठनों जैसे रेफ्रिजरेशन एवं एयर कंडीशनिंग ट्रेड्स एसोसिएशन, ऑल इंडिया एयर कंडीशनिंग एंड रेफ्रिजरेशन एसोसिएशन, इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ अमोनिया रेफ्रिजरेशन, एसोचैम इंडिया, इंडिया प्लम्बिंग एसोसिएशन, इंडिया ग्रीन बिल्डिंग काउंसिल, FSI आदि का समर्थन प्राप्त है। एक्रेक्स इंडिया के बारे में बात करते हुए श्री NS चंद्रशेखर, नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट इसरे ने कहा कि यह संस्करण अपने आप में खास है क्योंकि यह मेक इन इंडिया को प्रोत्साहित करता है। बड़ी संख्या में भारतीय निर्माता यहां अपने प्रोडक्ट, सिस्टम समाधानों एवं इनोवेशंस को पेश कर रहे हैं। हम इस मंच के माध्यम से सम्मेलनों और सेमिनारों का आयोजन भी कर रहे हैं जहां उद्योग जगत से जुड़े लोगों को भारतीय HVAC उद्योगों में ऊर्जा संरक्षण, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस एवं IoT जैसे पहलुओं को समझने का अवसर मिलेगा। उद्योग जगत के नेट जीरो के दृष्टिकोण के अनुसार एक्रेक्स इंडिया के दौरान कई पावर पैक्ड सत्रों का आयोजन होगा और आधुनिक प्रोडक्ट्स एवं इनोवेशंस को प्रदर्शित किया जाएगा। 20,000 से अधिक पेशेवरों, 6,000 से अधिक छात्रों, भारतीय शहरों में 50 चैप्टर्स और UAE, कतर एवं बांग्लादेश में 3 चैप्टर्स के साथ हम इस उद्योग के स्थायी भविष्य पर ध्यान केंद्रित करेंगे। इस अवसर पर अमिताभ सूर, तत्काल पूर्व अध्यक्ष, इशारे चेयर, एक्रेक्स नेशनल स्टीयरिंग कमेटी ने कहा, एक्रेक्स HVAC एवं आर उद्योग के लिए दक्षिण एशिया का सबसे बड़ा और दुनिया का 6ठा सबसे बड़ा शो है। कोविड महामारी के चलते 3 साल के लंबे अंतर के बाद इसका आयोजन हो रहा है। इस शो के लिए इससे बेहतर समय कोई और नहीं हो सकता। एक अनुमान के मुताबिक अगले दशक में यह उद्योग मौजूदा साइज से 6 गुना अधिक बढ़ जाएगा। भारत 2070 तक कार्बन न्यूट्रलिटी लक्ष्यों को हासिल करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है और HVAC उद्योग कार्बन फुटप्रिंट को कम करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाएगा। एक्रेक्स इंडिया की घोषणा करते हुए श्री योगेश मुद्रास, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर इन्फोर्मा मार्केट्स इन इंडिया ने कहा, हमें अब तक बहुत अच्छी प्रतिक्रिया मिली है और अगले 2 दिनों के दौरान उद्योग जगत का यह महाकुंभ और भी शानदार प्रतिक्रिया देगा। एक्रेक्स इंडिया 2023 HVAC उद्योग के सभी हितधारकों को एक ही मंच पर लाकर HVAC उद्योग के विकास में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाएगा, जो बेहतर भविष्य एवं बेहतर धरती के निर्माण के लिए जरूरी है।
It's so nice to see all of you present in front of us here, and this is the way that we can spread whatever we have in store to offer. If you look at it, yes, as Yogesh said, that you can see that the exhibition has come back to life after a gap of 3 years. Acrex India has come back to life after a gap of 3 years. The biggest concern, especially when we look at from the point of view of the heating, ventilation and air conditioning refrigeration industry, if you look at it today, is the climate change which is taking place, the global warming phenomena that is happening, and how as HVAC and our industry we can be influencers in this and making sure the climate change or the global warming, or if not to go back to the levels what we were 50 years back or something like that, at least can we be at the same level? Can we make sure that we don't go into an era of a non-sustainability? So sustainability and making sure our buildings are healthy buildings is one of the most important factors for our industry. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, his commitment to the COP summit that India will become net zero emission by 2070 is definitely a point that we will all ensure that it happens. Carbon emissions from buildings account to 39% of the value. And out of that, HVAC&R accounts to 50% of those emissions. And if we involve ourselves into energy conservation, go into systems which are thermal storage systems, go into systems which are where we can have district cooling systems, and go to new innovations, and this can bring about the change what we are talking about, and why 2070 probably we can be influencers to even advance the date. That is the level to which we can do it. And that is exactly what as ISHRE, which is the Indian Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers, is attempting, because we can bring up exhibitions like this. We have members, over 20,000 people all over India. In 50 Indian cities we have our branches. We have today spread to international locations. 3 international locations we have spread: Bangladesh, United Arab Emirates and Qatar, where we have the chapters formed. So these 53 chapters together and these 20,000 plus professionals who are members of our society, they together can spread this message of energy conservation, bringing in automation, bringing in monitoring, the pollution control what we can, where we can ensure a healthy and sustainable building. All of that can be done by ISHRE, by spreading the message, giving the knowledge to the people. And that's what we are attempting, and one such attempt is what you are seeing today as an exhibition here. Over 3 days, you can witness practically the new products which are there. These products, mind you, are coming to you after a gap of 3 years. There is a gap of 3 years, which means you can see that how much of new things will be there, how much of innovations will be there, how much of advancement are there in the technology. And that's what you can see right here in this exhibition. And this will be a great display of all that what we can do. And not only we are stopping at the exhibitions, we are proceeding further in terms of seminars and workshops, where again knowledge sharing there, international speakers, Indian speakers, giving weightage to what as Make in India is all our goal, our aim, and that's showcased today very well here. And I am sure we together with the industry help, together with the volunteers what we have, with the members what we have, and with the spread what we have over 50 cities in India, we can take forward the mission of the country, that is net zero emission by 2070. And that's what is the theme of this show also, engineering towards net zero. So we will take it towards that. Our society has a theme this year, entire year we have worked on a theme called Prithvi Paryavaran Parivartan, which is the earth, environment and transformation. If we take care of the earth, if we take care of the environment, we will have a wonderful transformation, and that transformation will lead us to 2070. I am sure everybody will enjoy this show and witness a great show today and tomorrow and the day after.
So first of all, I think really excited to be here after a gap of 3 years. We at Danfoss, we always focus on the energy efficient products, and that's the mantra which we follow. As Dr. Chandra just said, that this show is all about energy efficiency. Today, if we look at the need of cooling, it is becoming a necessity. When it comes to air conditioning and refrigeration, I think we need it almost everywhere. And when it, so ultimately the idea is to really bring more and more innovation into the product portfolio. And that's what we are doing, and that's what we are sharing to the world today. And this exhibition is all about sharing all the new products what we have with respect to the air conditioning compressors, with respect to the drives, which can modulate the speed of any appliance today what we have around us. And that's what is all about managing the energy efficiency of any equipment today. If you look at Danfoss, we come from Denmark. Our headquarters is there, and we normally walk the talk. Our headquarters in Denmark is already a net zero building, and that was done by 31st of December 2022 itself. And what we also have already envisaged is that all our production plants, they will be net zero by 2030. So that's the goal what we have already taken from a global perspective. So what we are telling the world, we are also incorporating it within our facilities as well, and we are really changing the world completely. So I think really excited to be here. I'm sure a lot of visitors will be there, and it will be a great exhibition because it is happening after 3 years. So we will have a lot of visitors, and a lot of discussions are going to happen on the new products. Just to tell you, one more addition is we've just taken over BOC, and that's a very good addition for us. We are entering into a new era where CO2 refrigerant is becoming a reality. It is very much available in the European markets, and now it is becoming a reality for India as well. So that's a new era which is coming up in the refrigeration market as well. So I think I welcome all of you and to visit our stall and visit all the exhibitors today, and I am sure it will be a great experience for all of us. Thank you very much.
Conducting this after 3 years, I just learned that it's a large force of 1,500 volunteers who are coming together, a lot with a common purpose of making sure that this knowledge in this society and the community gets distributed. And I can only tell you that I'm very proud, because if we have to become an industry which is worth creating a difference in the lives of people, ISHRE is really at the forefront of doing this. So my compliments to ISHRE on that. From a perspective of why, I think from the media, if you're all here, you have a role to play as well. And I'll share why this is important, and you are a part of that growth for India. If as a country, we have a certain climate that's not going to change. As a country, we have a certain growth that is coming our way. And if we have to really believe in the Amrit Kal for the next 25 years, our industry, this industry of HVACR, will have a huge role to play, and the reasons are very clear. When we grow as a country, we will have a rise in the disposable income that people will have, number one. We will have new buildings that will come up, number two. When we build new buildings, if we have to learn from what has happened in the other parts of the world, we have to build them sustainably, which means that if we take action now, which is better use of technology, and some of my colleagues have already spoken about this, either it's refrigerant, or it's making sure it's more energy efficient, or it's better indoor environment quality, and that's why we lead to the concept of net zero, otherwise we don't. And in doing all of this, it's important that we realize the play we have as an industry together. So in that sense, let me also share with you from an organization which is one of our small ways in which we're doing this. We have also committed as a company, and we are measuring this of how we reduce the carbon emissions. Buildings will contribute 40% of overall energy efficiency, energy guzzling or energy consumption in the world, of which HVAC is a larger percentage, as much as 40%. And hence our role becomes increasingly important in that sense. So I'm looking forward to this for showcase of new technology. I am looking forward to this for suppliers and engineering partners and manufacturers coming together to create a concept that we walk in India in the next about 7 to 15 years much faster in sustainable development. Just one last thing, since all of you are present here, remember that when we all grow in our different life stages, India is also signatory to what is called the Sustainable Development Goals. So health and well-being for all citizens of India is what India has signed up for. And without this industry, that goal India will not be able to sign up. So just remember that. Thank you.
Today you have come here to witness ACREX India 2023. The theme of ACREX 2023 is Engineering Towards Net Zero. The reason why we have kept this theme is to make people aware that we should have comfort, but not at the cost of harming the Mother Nature and the climate. Today, climate change is creating havoc, floods, heavy rains, heavy snowfall, extreme heat, etc. People should know that they should have comforts, but also keep in mind that we should not be using the energy more than what is required, and therefore this exhibition will play a very important role of making people aware to use minimum energy, to use the best latest technology and enjoy the comfort of air conditioning. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
I'm from Daikin. First of all, congratulations to everyone present here that we are able to meet after 3 years physically for this great event called ACREX. And I must say thank you to all the organizers of ISRE for making it happen. So as has been said by some of my friends here, this gains a lot of importance because see, the air conditioning industry, whatever it is today, it's going to become 3 times bigger by 2050. So 300% growth it's going to come. So it becomes a very, very important topic for all of us to look at such events as what we can do for the society when growth is going to be so high. So as said, it's definitely air conditioning as a solution is going to impact society by way of environment. So we all have a responsibility to see how we can protect the environment by way of bringing out more energy efficient products which use better refrigerants with lower global warming potential, how we can reduce global greenhouse gases impact on the environment. So I think this kind of events are aiming towards all such thoughts because it's a great platform for gathering of manufacturers, the consultants, the users, the thought leaders. All of them here on such platforms work together towards common society aims. And as I come from Daikin, I'm confirming that Daikin is fully committed towards such aims for air conditioning as an industry for society, so that we minimize the impact while we're using more and more air conditioning system. Thank you very much.
What the industry is looking like and what ISRE does. I want to give you a perspective about ACREX, what we aim to through ACREX. See, we call it, it's the Kumbh Mela of the HVACR industry. You know, the think tank of the industry, the stalwarts, the industry leaders, the captains, they come together, they meet over here, and a lot of strategies flow out from here actually. We have particularly this year focused on something which is new from our side. You know that always traditionally India has been you know, the largest or the biggest marketplace for everybody, you know, but it was a big marketplace for international manufacturers to come and sell. We want to maintain that certainly because we would like to have that cap in our the feather on your cap. But we are also trying to convert the vision that our Prime Minister have, make in India. And through this show, we're going to encourage Indian manufacturers to come and display their products and slowly convert India also as a hub of manufacturing, which outlook is already there, which we are also driving. The industry is also driving, government is also serious about it. And therefore, these are the places from where it will launch. So, apart from that, yes, ISRE's endeavor has been always kind of disseminate knowledge on the areas of sustainability and conservation, because traditionally air conditioners have been seen as energy guzzlers. We are trying to now bring out products, systems through automation, through better equipment, efficiency, energy conservers. We are trying to convert ourselves to energy conservers. So this is the place where you can see all that, all the innovations that are there. We have made an innovation pavilion, encouraging young entrepreneurs to manufacturers to kind of showcase the innovation they kind of bring forward, and also kind of to take it to larger platforms. So that's how technologies, that's how you know, the concepts and you know, theories kind of emerges from these kind of shows. And I'm sure that through the next 3 days, all of us are going to witness a great show in ACREX 2023.
Thank you, thank you. Have a Hall of Fame event. ISRE, through this ACREX exhibition, has made sure that to recognize buildings which are energy efficient and which are taking us towards the sustainability concept what we have. So this is very important that buildings has to be sustainable and healthy. So that's where this concept was introduced. So far 5 editions of Hall of Fame have been completed. 5 buildings, every year only 1 building enters into the Hall of Fame. It should be the energy efficient, sustainable building in every aspect of it. That's where all the entries are received from the industry, from the buildings which are having air conditioning. Operating parameters are analyzed, not just the design parameters. Continuous operating parameters for over a year is analyzed, and then a technical committee analyzes these operating parameters and shortlist for a jury. Eminent juries are there in the panel who take care of selecting the best building out of that, and that building enters into the Hall of Fame. So far 5 editions have been completed. For example, in the first edition, Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus at Mumbai was the first one to enter the Hall of Fame. Infosys in Bangalore entered the Hall of Fame. ISB campus in Mohali has entered the Hall of Fame. We have Reliance building has entered into the Hall of Fame. So you can see that only buildings which are very highly sustainable, highly energy efficient enters into that. This year again we have asked for the entries. About 24 buildings have given entries into that. Our technical committee shortlisted 10 buildings, and then the second level, another of shortlisting, 6 buildings have been done, and those 6 buildings data and other things will be showcased during the Hall of Fame tomorrow evening, and the jury is going to select the final building that will be entering into the Hall of Fame. So by creating a scenario like this, we are encouraging the builders, we are encouraging the consultants, we are encouraging the architects to come up with energy efficient buildings, sustainable buildings and healthy buildings, which can make sure that we are contributing to the concept and the commitment what we have, that is net zero emission by 2070, and that's what my sincere belief.
माझी मुंबई माझं घर, किंग्स माय होम, सायन्स सोनापट्टी इथे सुरू आहे. सर्वसामान्यांच्या खिशाला परवडणारी घरे आजच बुक करा. आज नाही तर कधीच नाही. 41 लाखांपासून 64 लाखांपर्यंत सर्व करा सहित.
CEN न्यूज, देश प्रदेश की ताजा तरीन खबरों के लिए CEN न्यूज को सब्सक्राइब करें और रहें पल पल की खबर से हर पल बाखबर.